All right, ladies and gentlemen, do a video here, go over some stuff about this bike that I'm digging. It's a Indian Challenger 2020 model, brand new. Done a few things to it, but one of the things I really like about this bike is that it came with a lot of things that you'd want to do to a bike, you know, when you first buy it. It kind of came with already, and I just want to kind of go over that stuff. And for those of you who might be interested in purchasing one of these, maybe steer some people in the right or the wrong direction, who knows? Your taste is your taste. One thing I really do like is these LED tail lights. Kind of low profile, they don't stick out. No reason to change them, I don't think. You know, the mounting's black, the lights are LED. Very slick. Seat's very comfortable from the factory. It's a little squishy, and they do that for a reason. They do that so when you walk in and you go, first thing people do if they don't know what they're talking about is they go and they say, oh yeah, seat's gonna be super comfortable because it's squishy. That's not normally what you need. What you really need is room. You know, so if you're like me and you're a big guy, you know, a wider seat, even if it is firmer, will be better on long runs. I'm not a big fan of chrome. My old bike was a 2015 Victory Highball, and it was matte black, or satin black rather, and everything was blacked out. So it's more chrome than I like, but I think it just goes good with the bike. The handlebars are really nice. I'm used to the ape hangers. I'm used to at least half apes, and I was able to turn these up just a little bit, and that made it nice for me. And everything falls to hand really good, which is something I really like, is everything kind of makes sense where they place it. Reaching over the horn to turn your high beams on sometimes can be funky, because you know, I go to turn my high beams on or off, and sometimes I just end up honking at people and flashing my high beams at them. So it is what it is. You get used to it real quick. This phone mount I bought it from a Harley dealership. I just happened to be there and needed to be able to set my phone up for GPS. It's iomount.com. Relatively cheap, and I've now had it for a couple years, and always hold my phone on. And for the base model Challenger without GPS, it's actually really nice to be able to set your phone on there. So I did that. I did change out the windscreen, which I did put in a previous video, and I can raise that up normally. Apparently I'm having technical difficulties with my power button here. There we go. So if you don't already know, your windscreen lever here, if you double tap, will lower the windscreen all the way. And the other way around, if you double tap it up, it will go up all the way. If you didn't know that, you're welcome. I did put the highway bar and pegs on, and as you can see, I am wearing shorts and boots. That's redneck chic, if you didn't know. Those were super easy to put on. Remove one bolt from each side, add one bolt in the bottom. Super simple. I like how I've placed them, because when I'm riding, let me turn this thing off. When I'm riding, you know, foot's here, cowboy chic, foot's here. You can set it just like that, and super nice, super comfortable, very comfortable for long rides. I may eventually change the seat, because like I said, it's more soft than weight dispersion. As you guys probably seen in my last video, if you are following my page, which probably not, don't have many subscribers, that's fine. I did do the tab performance with the zombie baffles. Bike hasn't been started in a couple days, so I'll start it, let you hear the pipes real quick in case you haven't seen that, heard that already. Yeah, great sounding bike with the with those slip-on mufflers. Those took me about half an hour to 45 minutes to change out. Getting back to the stuff I love about this bike that just comes with is I love the LED headlight. I love the fact that the turn signals are integrated in here so that I don't know if they're color changing diodes or if there's just multiple diodes in there. Hard to tell. If you do know the answer to that, pop it into the comments. I love to learn at the same time. They look like color changing diodes to me, but I'm not an expert. Inverted forks, you know, the Brembo brakes. I'm not on cruisers anyway, I tend to use a lot of rear brake, and I find myself using more front brake on this bike just because it really does bite pretty well. The stopping's great, the ABS is great. I've never been a fan of ABS on bikes, but I like the setup on here. I like the fact that the sitting behind this windscreen, even if I have it all the way up, you know, you can open your vents in here, get more airflow if you need them, if you need it. The you know, the sitting behind this fairing going down the highway when it's, you know, 30 something degrees outside, it is like you're in a bubble. If you could stand outside in that weather and with the layers you have on, then you can almost ride in that same weather with that fairing. The wind just kind of goes around you, and other than your hands and your shins. And if you're appropriately dressed for the cold, then you're good. But all in all, really love this bike. Haven't had any issues whatsoever. Getting used to the throttle, that fly-by-wire throttle was something new for me as well. So still getting used to that, but great bike. If you guys have any questions, put them in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them for you. All right, I'm signing off, and we'll get out of my dirty shop, and you guys can stop listening to me breathe heavy because my allergies are horrible. All right, later.